Hey, horse racing fans. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Horses. We got a big Kentucky Derby prep stakes race that I'm going to be handicapping here for you, and that is going to be the Gotham at Aqueduct for Saturday, March 6th. I believe it's race 9 on the card. Kind of a small field size in a lot of these races, but definitely for the Gotham. But I'm kind of going to go through races 7 through 10 and give you my pick 4 play with my top picks and a long shot play. And then really dive into the Gotham Stakes and give my race analysis for the race. So I'm starting off with race 7, 6 furlong handicap stakes race, the Tom Fool handicap at grade 3. My top pick in here is going to be number 1, Pete's Play Call for Rudy Rodriguez and Jorge Vargas Jr. The horse has some great speeds, running 104s and 105s in the past 2 races. Has won the last 2 out of the last 3 that this horse has ran. And the last race finished second in the grade 3 toboggan, finishing behind American Power, but beating out Share the Ride, who is my second pick in here, number 2, for Antonio Orega with Victor Carrasco. Another horse with some great speed. Coming off of a win last time out in the Grade 3 George, a $250,000 stakes race. So I think it's a 2-horse field for race 7. I'm going with the 1 and 2. I may throw in number 5 here as my long shot pick. Speed Pass has ran in some allowance races, and it did run in a Grade 2 stakes race and finished 3rd a while back. But just seems to be the heavy favorite each of its last 4 times out. So kind of want to consider, Bob Baffert wouldn't put the horse in here if he didn't know anything. So Manny Franco gets them out. So just wanted to keep an eye on and maybe use if you have a little extra cash as number 5, Speed Pass. Moving on, we got race 8, another stakes race, the Heavenly Prize Invitational. We are going a mile here, and my top pick is going to be towards the outside. In number 8, Lake Avenue, the 8-5 morning line favorite. Manny Franco and Will Mott are tagging up on this one. Has some graded stakes races that it's ran in back in May, and then recently kind of been running in some allowance to try to get back in that form that it's been in the past. In those graded stakes races, Lake Avenue was actually beat out by Swiss Skydiver, so has the class. It's owned by Go Dolphin, so probably a good one to use in here. And then my other 2 picks, my second pick is on the inside, number 2, Thankful, the 9-5 co-favorite, if you would, for Todd Pletcher and Kendrick Carmouche. Coming in out of the ladies handicap and the Comley grade 3. Winning the last time out, running a 96 speed figure with Kendrick aboard. A filly out of American Pharoah, so definitely going to be one that's going to be heavily bet and one to watch come post time. Probably will be the post time favorite just because of the pedigree there. And then my long shot pick is Landing Zone for Claudio Gonzalez and Victor Carrasco. The horse really hasn't done anything wrong in his last 6 starts. The worst finish has been a 4th, so definitely one that's going to be able to probably run up in the money. Has the speed to maybe even run with some of these 2 co-favorites in here. And one that I probably will just throw in because if the 2 go at it, there's always a spoiler horse that seems to wreck pick 4s and pick 5s, and I think that's the race that will definitely happen. And race 9, we have the highlight of the card. This is the 1 mile Gotham Stakes, a grade 3 stakes race, a Kentucky Derby prep for Kentucky Derby points. Looking through, there wasn't much in here. I went with number 3, the 8-5 morning line favorite. I'm highly motivated. A son out of End of Mischief for Chad Brown and Javier Castellano. The horse has been running great. Finished first in the Nyquist Stakes at Keeneland back in November. Posted a 104 speed figure, so good on the speed numbers, and easily drew off. If you go back and watch that race, highly motivated. It was a great win for the horse and kind of marked its trail more so for the Kentucky Derby for Chad Brown and connections there. So probably one that you could single if you were high on those Into Mischief colts, and if you were high on Chad Brown horses, go ahead and single that one if that's up to you. I'm also going to use, just in case, is number 7, Freedom Fighter, a lightly raced horse for Bob Baffert. Manny Franco is going to be the jockey here. Last time out, this horse got beat by Concert Tour, who's another Baffert horse, in the San Victorian, a Grade 2 stakes race at Santa Anita. So Baffert is sending this horse here to try to get it some Derby prep points. So I think that's a sneaky play. And running second, and kind of fought back a little bit with Concert Tour, who is my, I guess, sleeper underdog pick for the Kentucky Derby right now, that I've wagered on in the early wagering pools, has been Concert Tour. So if this horse can run second, I mean, Bob Baffert obviously believes that there's something in this horse, and he's sending them here for a reason. So just kind of keep note on that. And my long shot pick, I mean, there's really not much long shot plays in here. A lot of these horses are under 10 to 1. So I went with the inside posts, Atlantic Road, the 30 to 1 morning line on this one out of Quality Road for Todd Pletcher and Jorge Vargas. One last time out, broke its maiden. So Todd's trying this horse here in the Gotham to see if he can get some Derby points. And one that I'm definitely going to use as an under for second and third to try to pay off or to increase the pay on some of these trifectas, and maybe even a good exacta with Highly Motivated and Atlantic Road. And to cap off the pick 4, or if you check out the website and get the full sheet, the pick 5, I'm going with number 4 as my top pick, the Big S, for Thomas Morley and Kendrick Carmouche. Seems to have some decent runs in the past. Hasn't won, however, in 2021 or 2020, like most of these have came in and are non-winners of 2. But I just think it has the class over some of these other ones and should be able to fit in well here. I'm also going to use number 5, Imperio D, another one that's non-winners of 2 again. But however has won in 2021 and won 2 times back with Manny Franco aboard, who he has here for Rudy Rodriguez in a maiden claiming for $25,000. So kind of one that's found the winner's circle recently. So definitely one to consider here. If you feel like you need to go extra deep in this race, there is tons of potential. My other pick is going to be number 1 as my long shot, Trapeze Artist for Eric Hensel and Wayne Potts. Finished 5th last time out in the claiming 16,000 of non-winners of 2. Finished behind Imperio D, who was my second pick. So I think definitely going to make improvements coming in here, getting somewhat of a class relief, but not really a big class relief. But just one that I think with the inside post could set up fairly, going only 6 furlongs. So I'm definitely going to use number 1, Trapeze Artist. If you feel that you need to spread in this last race, by all means, go ahead. Check out the betting guides that will be posted in the link attached to the video for my full sheets and full pick of Aqueduct Race on Saturday, including the Race 9 Gotham Stakes for Kentucky Derby points. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Bourbon and Horses. Make sure to like this episode, hit that subscribe button so you can get all of the Kentucky Derby preps that I do and my weekend stakes action, race analysis, best bets, and long shot plays. Thanks, guys.